Did you know that your skin loves variety? Your skin's needs change on a daily basis. And if you're not switching up your cleanser, a new active skincare ingredient, or even a new skincare device, your skin is not going to be moving forward in its anti-aging journey. So if you want to learn more about that process, stay tuned. That's coming up next. Welcome back. Christine Byer here, licensed esthetician for 21 years. On this channel, we talk about your skincare journey because it's never usually just one thing that moves your journey forward. It's a combination of things that help you on your skincare journey. I wanted to talk a little bit about the skin loves variety. And I say this because if I did the same treatment on my clients, on my facial clients here in my studio, if I did that every single time, they would be so bored and I wouldn't have them as long-term clients. So what do? I love to change up modalities on them. I love to change up cleansers, and just unless they have the most sensitive skin or they're an acne client, I change things up. So in your anti-aging journey, it's important to change things up because things like a cleanser, for example, on a daily basis, we may not wear makeup. We may not work out. But on those days that you wear makeup and or work out, you need to deep cleanse. So I use different cleansers on different days of the week, and just depending on what my skin needs. So sometimes I need a little bit of exfoliation. So I'll use my Scrub Away the Day, which I love this because it has a chemical and physical exfoliation. It's got lactic, salicylic, and glycolic acids in it, which are a wonderful sort of tempered blend of alpha hydroxy acids, and then it has jojoba beads that melt down as you wash your face. This I love. On my grimiest of days, like I'll use this tonight. I have a full face of makeup on. I worked out this morning. I did wash my face before I put my makeup on, but I will be using this because this just makes me feel clean. And then I'll do a double cleanse, or sometimes I'll do just a pH balance cleanser, a gentle foaming cleanser, and then go in with an exfoliating cleanser. So I change it up depending on what my skin needs. So as far as skincare actives, if you're not doing vitamins A and vitamin C, you need to be doing that. You will definitely see a nice punch in your skincare routine if you add in those. Of course, there's sunscreen. We all know about that. But we definitely, changing up acids. I just remember one time I started doing a B complex, and I was in my 30s, and I was like, wow, my skin looks rockin'. I couldn't figure out what was going on, but I had started a B5 hydrating gel, which is, it's an iconic formula that has been duped many times since then. But I did not know that my body was lacking vitamin B, and I couldn't believe how much hydration my skin was holding on to. And this was when we lived in Austin, so it was really interesting. So it's kind of like you find that one thing that your skin is missing and you give it, and it just changes your skin in the nicest ways. And then lastly, I change up modalities. So I'm not going to use the same device on people each time, not the same machine. Although there are things that I add in that are always staples. So I will do LED at the very end of every treatment because that makes facials last longer. Most skins tolerate it well. It's anti-inflammatory and it calms the skin at the end of a treatment. A lot of times, I'm known for microcurrent, so I have a huge microcurrent clientele that loves that. So I make sure that I do some microcurrent for clients. But usually I like to switch it up beyond that. I will do different types of peels, and now I have the Curve, which is 4 different modalities, which is ultrasound, radio frequency, biomechanical vibration, and LED. But only one color of LED. It's 625 nanometers, so it has a nice heating feeling to it. This is made for the face and the body. So if somebody comes in, and I do usually microcurrent or the Time Master Pro, I will switch it up. And I love getting new devices so I can always keep it fresh. I also do cupping, I do microneedling. There's so many different things I need, and I look at the client's skin, and depending on what they need and what they've told me that bothers them, I work on that. And so variety, I have to have a ton of different tools to address every different skin type and condition that's coming in. And I never want to do the same exact treatment twice on a client. It has to have a little bit of a switch up to it, because I get bored, they get bored. We want to keep them moving forward their anti-aging journey. So this came out about 2 years ago, and this is Korean made. It's just been this huge bestseller. This is for the face. You can use it on the body, but it's not going to be as quick as this with the big treatment head on it. So it's better to use something bigger on the body. But this came out 2 years ago, and it's been a huge bestseller. This I love because it plumps and lifts. It's really nice for all of the maladies that people come in. And if I don't have very much time with somebody, when I whip this out and do this, they can always see that they've been cleared out some lymph through here. All the muscles are lifted. They're plump. I love this little device. So I have some variety. A lot of times I'll grab like an ultrasonic spatula, just all these different things. You never know how your skin is gonna love one modality versus the other. So that's why I say don't introduce too many new things all at once. I mean, I know that some people get a whole lot of tools, or they just go crazy and they try all these products and new things all at once. And I'm like, how are you going to know what's working? So I kind of like to bring new things in, really understand how they affect the skin, and then move on to the next thing. So I'm constantly trying new things, but I don't try too many things at once, because my skin could be really unhappy and I could have, an acid accident or something, something would happen where I could have unhappy skin. But when you're introducing new modalities, especially if you're trying LED for the first time and you don't know how your skin's going to react, know that it can make the skin thirstier. It's anti-inflammatory, so it's really going to help the skin overcome any peels or microneedling or anything that you do to it. So it's something that's nice to do after another more aggressive treatment. But if you don't know those things about LED, it's good to give LED like 2 months so you can see what it does for the skin, and then add in more variety in your skincare routine, and change up your devices, because you never know what your skin's going to absolutely love and what you're going to love. And it is interesting. I mean, I have an idea about what will work on some clients' skin, but I never know until I try it. And so I will cycle through all sorts of fun stuff on clients. And it's a never-ending process. It's a never-ending learning process. And that's what makes it so much fun, because skincare is self-care, and in this stressed out world we live in, it's just wonderful to be able to do these treatments to ourselves on a regular basis and learn about our skin and continue our skincare journey. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.